Here's another example. F of x is equal to x minus 2, x plus 1. Now we should see that's a parabola. And it's got two x-intercepts, one at 2 and one at -1. So we've got that. Now that means that my vertex is going to be at a halfway between the two. Now, it's a case of saying, okay, that's going to be 1.5, 3 on 2. Half plus 1 is 3 on 2. Half minus 2 is -3 on 2. So that's -9 on 4, which is 2 1/4. So it's going to be traced down to here to about 2 1/4. Now I'm just going to write that point in. So it's a half -9 on 4. Because that's going to give me some... That's 1/2. So there's my parabola. Y equals f of x. Okay. So if I do my reciprocal function, I need to do a bit of work. So the first thing is, we'll do it in blue again. Wherever, the easiest thing to know is whenever there's a 0, there's going to be an asymptote there for my function. Asymptote here. Okay, that's not very straight, but you get the idea. On this side, on the left-hand side, I'm looking at this branch first. As we approach 0, we're in a positive. Again, 1 over a very small quantity becomes very large. And then as I head this way, 1 over a very large quantity gets very small towards 0 on the positive side. Now the point where we're going to go through is the point where y is equal to 1, because 1 over 1 is always 0. We don't really need to find the point, just to illustrate that that is it. And so we're going to go like that and go like that. So that should be a smooth curve coming in like that. Now, same thing with this other side. We're going to go through and we're approaching 0, so it's going to be approaching infinity, and then we're approaching infinity for the function, so we're approaching 0 for the reciprocal. Now we've got the middle bit between the two asymptotes to sort out. So basically, we kind of have to think, well, if x is 0, it does go through -2. Right, so that's 0, -2. Now 1 over -2 is -1/2. So the point is going to go through here, -1/2. That's my reciprocal. As I get very close to 0 in a negative direction, it's going to head towards infinity, so negative infinity, so we've got to be able to put that in. And it's going to cross whenever the function value is -1, it's going to cross there. My turning point is half -9 on 4. Now the reciprocal of -9 on 4 is 4 on 9, which is slightly less than half, so it's just kind of there. Alright, so when I have half, the reciprocal of 1 on f of x is -4 on 9, and then same idea here, it's going to go through where it's -1. Now I've got all these points, so it's going to look like this. Again, remember, it's approaching negative infinity because I'm approaching 0 here with the green arrow. Approaching 0, but from the negative side, and 1 over a very small quantity is a very large quantity, but it's going in a negative direction. And the same thing here. So that's my reciprocal function in blue of 1 over f of x.